Hello, and what is up everyone? It's FoxOG here, and we are here to talk about what we are looking forward to in Shadowlands. Alright, I'm just going to start it off by saying no more corruption. That's right. No more trying to grind for corruption. No more RNG on your corruption on your weekly gear. You do not have to level up your cape with horrific visions and having to do raids for the upgrade core for the cape. No more grinding for echoes. We're happy we don't have to do this anymore. If you like this information, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. Also, hit that like button if you find this information helpful. It helps me out a lot. And get ready for weekly updates every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Go ahead and comment down below on what you are looking forward to in Shadowlands. Alright, next we have some base abilities coming back. We have Death Knight with Raising Dead, Druid with Cyclone, no longer a PvP talent. We're getting that baseline, as well as we have Hunter getting Kill Shot. Hunter Mark is no longer a talent. These are just some of the baseline abilities that are coming back. I'll be sure to link this in the description down below, as well as I'll probably do a video on this. And of course, some classes are getting a huge nerf, like the Fire Mage. It's having a cooldown on its Greater Pyroblast PvP talent of 10 seconds now. We can no longer spam cast that. As well as the Mage's Blink has a longer cooldown. Next, we're going into new pre-pot concept of having one potion that lasts 5 minutes. Even when you wipe early on in the pull, I'm pretty sure that you can still have it if you quickly reset. As well as no longer wasting 2 pots on a pull trying to synergize correctly. And this is huge because most of the fights now are less than or shorter than 5 minutes. So even if it is longer than 5 minutes, you can get that second potion out if you need to. Next, Rogues got a huge rework for their Outlaw class, making Between the Eyes no longer stunning and giving them cheap shot back. On the plus side, no longer having to waste combo points on Roll the Bones, it's now just a cooldown in your rotation. You still have that RNG where you want the best buff out of them. Coming in the pre-patch and the full release of Shadowlands, we are going to be having diminishing returns on secondary stats, which I'm excited for. So no longer stat stacking haste and having 200% haste or whatever. I believe now the max stat percentage is 106, and after that you can no longer increase your stat anymore, so it will be capped out at 106%. I don't know what that has entail for Arms Warrior that maxes mastery at the current state, as it starts at 200%. I would like to see where that goes, as well as this does not stop Heroism, Bloodlust, and Time Warp mechanic. You'll still get that even though you are at a hard cap at 106%. I do believe, I could be wrong. Next is legendaries are coming back, but you can only have one currently. As of right now, we have to have a profession to craft the legendary, along with crafting a secondary stat, which we can get from the Inscriptionist. So Inscriptionist profession is coming back, and it's looking good because everyone needs to have it for their legendary weapon. We're also going to have to do the tower. The tower is a new thing that's coming in with Shadowlands. I'm going to be making another video on everything that we are doing in Shadowlands, or everything that's new with Shadowlands. We have to do the tower on a weekly basis for legendary materials to be able to craft the legendary. The tower looks and feels new and exciting, which is great, but hopefully it does not feel the same way the grind felt in BFA with the Azurite power and the horrific visions that we have to do on like a day-to-day basis or whatnot to not fall behind. As well as there's a new concept for a weekly chest by having the ability to pick what we get from the weekly instead of it right now with an RNG through the Mythic Plus loot table. The new concept is based on 9 boxes, 3 from the raid, 3 from the Mythic Dungeon, and 3 from Conquest. 3 from raid is going to be simply 1 raid boss, 3 raid boss, all 9 raid boss. Mythic Dungeon, I believe, is your first or your top Mythic Dungeon done for that week. 5 mythic dungeon and then 7 mythic dungeon or 10 mythic dungeon. I could be wrong on that. I'll have to look back. And we get 3 from conquest, 150 conquest, which is easily like 1 battleground. I believe the next one is like 700 and then 900. So if you're the PvPer, you'll definitely fill this out in the conquest. Next we have is PvP conquest vendor coming back. We'll be able to pick up the gear that we need, which is great. Going on to a little bit more on PvP, some of the comps we'll be seeing in the new expansion, I'm thinking we'll see a lot of jungle cleave, as well as anything with Affliction Warlock or Warriors. With the new rework for the Affliction, it looks very promising on how they reworked Arms Warrior and with their Covenant abilities. I can find that being very, very broken. Other classes that are looking good right now is Sub Rogue, as well as both the DKs Frost and Unholy. Demon Hunters have a broken Covenant ability with the whole LOS, the line of sight, but it doesn't look that bad. I think they got a tone down, which is great coming into Shadowlands. I believe we'll be seeing a lot more Feral and Balanced Druid I believe we'll be seeing a lot of Feral and Balanced Druids, as they did get Cyclone baseline, as well as they're getting additional utility or defensive abilities, which is going to be very, very helpful. Feral's looking very strong in Shadowlands coming out. We do have some underperforming healers as of right now, but they're getting a great upgrade. The Disc, the Resto Druid are looking really good. Holy Paladin is still staying on top, which is good. It's a nice kit. Mistweaver has moved down. As of right now, they've moved down in PvP because of the nerf to their Cocoon, which is okay. We like to see other healers coming in for Shadowlands. Enhancement right now got a rework and is looking very well. We might see some Turbo Cleave as well, since the Fury Warrior and the Arms Warrior are very big hitters, as well as the Elemental Shamans are looking pretty good for PvP comp. Ret Paladin is still not in the meta, but they do have Blessed of Sacrifice now, so they might be okay. That is it for this week's video on what we're excited about in Shadowlands. If you find this information exciting, leave a like, hit the subscribe button down below, it helps me out. Leave a comment on what you are excited for in Shadowlands. I'll be coming up with videos every week on the baseline abilities that are coming back, legendaries for all classes, what is new in Shadowlands, and much, much more. This is Fox OG, and we out.